Um, after that match, you end up getting Charlotte defending the SmackDown Women's title versus Ronda Rousey. Um, this match was disappointing for me. I remember the match that they had at Survivor Series 2018, and I thought that match was a certified banger. And I saw some of the stuff they did with each other with these physical angles where they're just beating the crap out of each other backstage and attacking each other. And typically, those kind of feuds right up my alley, where it's like, I ain't got much for talking. Let's just get to the shits and show how much we dislike each other by physically putting our hands on each other. And then the bell rings, it's off to the races. In this match, it was sloppy in the way where it's like, even with some of the good Ronda matches or some of the good Charlotte matches, like they're sloppy in a way that where it's like, this feels more um earned, that like it's physical and things aren't gonna be smooth because of how physical it is. And like, like a perfect example would be the Becky and Charlotte match from last year. When they did the work shoot thing, and then they end up showing up with fucking themed gear. So yeah, like this match, it wasn't the good kind of sloppy. It was just bad sloppy throughout. And there are some things that just like, Charlotte, you got to take the Andrade double moonsault thing out of your bag.
Stop.
Like I seen you do it like once or twice maybe, but like it seems like you're regressing with that one. It was over and over the story of Ronda is more than one trick pony, which is like, yeah, I know she's a fucking gold medalist judoka. I know that. Um, um, but they did the Kurt Angle ankle lock thing, and they worked around that, and they kept trading back and forth and transitioning out of ankle locks to Charlotte getting ankle locks to figure fours. Ultimately at the end, they go through that match and all that stuff to ultimately end where there's a ref bump. Charlotte taps out when the ref is out. Ronda gets up and revives the ref, and she literally looks up into a big boot, and to be pinned by a big boot as if she's like Carmella. After the match that was supposed to main event WrestleMania until, or at least semi-main event WrestleMania night one, it just like, this was such a lame finish to cap off a match that wasn't nearly as good as people were expecting, that had hope for it. I feel like this match also gave a lot of people that did not want to see Ronda come back, did not want to see Ronda in Charlotte. It justified this. It goes back to even the part where a lot of people were pissed that Charlotte was put into the match at WrestleMania 35. L. just an L. I don't know. Somebody find a redeeming quality for this match, because like I heard aside, I didn't hear much. I heard most people did not like this feud by most accounts. Then the match didn't deliver. Then the finish also was a stinker, and I like these two as wrestlers, and then they didn't do what they needed to do to get it done, and it was unfortunate.
Tanya, what did you think of Charlotte versus Ronda?
Ronda, since she came back at the Royal Rumble in her little workout gear, she been gone off of perk 30. There ain't been no passion. Ain't like, I don't know what happened when she was gone. She has no emotion. Her voice was deadpan. Every promo she gave, it was just like the SmackDown before WrestleMania. The interviewer asked her, was like, I would expect you to be more mad. Where's your passion? And I'm like, it's bad when the interviewer is trying to pull something out of you, because I said she was a limp dick the whole time. And she here because she Ronda Rousey, and she taking somebody's spot. I don't want to see her. I want her to go away and never come back. I don't care. I'm not a UFC fan, so when somebody says, "Oh, UFC," you got to show me. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a WWE fan. You have to show me why you're on my program, why I should be caring. And Charlotte is Charlotte, and despite her flaws or whatever, she gonna give you what she gives you. you got to put her in there with somebody who fill in the blanks. And like I said, like Charlotte didn't have Ronda was literally a wet piece of paper. She couldn't even write on it. She don't like. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they. I just don't know why they did it. It seemed like they did it just because there's a SmackDown Women's Champion, and to do that with somebody like that's Ronda Rousey. Didn't nobody tap her on the shoulder like week 3? Like, hey, what's the deal? You don't want to be here. You don't want to be a face. Like, what? Why you ain't giving up? She literally gave nothing, absolutely nothing. This whole feud.
Vince McMahon actually had to pull her aside after Royal Rumble when she came back.
First week after.
She had cut some promo talking about, these fans aren't going to fool me this time or whatever. And then Vince had to pull her aside and was like, yo, you're a babyface, for one. You need to not, be resentful of the fans. You need to smile and, kind of get your shit together. That. I heard that actually happened.
I think the gist of it was, she showed up, and she was still mad that, after the beating that she took with the kendo stick at Survivor Series 2018, that she, the crowd turned to her, and, she's always been bad with getting booed. So, what she ended up, so basically she basically had the pouty boo-boo face the whole time, like we all saw. And apparently, after the first week of it, they pulled her to the side and was like, what's going on? And she was like, well, I know these people were ready to turn on me. And it's like, but they're cheering you now. It's not about you. You're the baby face. And she was like, oh, okay. So basically what she ended up doing, from what I heard, was she would then start smiling coming down to the ring. And then when it was time for promo, she went right back to checked out mode once it was time for promos. She's not a good promo. She was never a good promo to begin with. So, yeah.
She's not a professional. It's not it's her. It's not the forum, the medium. We just seen 3 or 4 celebrities come in and act like they are appreciative that they are in this spot, that they're there. I don't know what's going on with her, but she is there because of her name, and it's irritating. She ain't trying. It's frustrating. It's like she was giving a promo to Charlotte. Charlotte was on the Titantron, and she was just talking, and I was just like, girl, just don't even show up. There was a rumor that she walked out. I was hoping it was true because
yeah. So she was promised the main event of night 1, and then
I wouldn't have gave it to her either.
Well, no. This is what happened. The Austin thing got announced that it was the talking segment, because the word is Austin didn't know how he was going to feel to be able to, if he was going to be up for a match or not, because he had been training and he wished he had more time to train to be able to do a match. So it was basically the day of, he was going to decide basically whether or not it was going to just be a segment or it was going to be a match. So that's why they put it to the main event, because he was a game time decision. So Ronda, after being originally promised to come back, you're going to give you this main event, she left. And then the word came out that she left the Hall of Fame because she was pissed, and her response was, well, that's not what happened. I have a child to take care of, whatever else. And it's that's the excuse I would give, but too many people said what really what happened. So what if you're in tune not to believe those people, you're in tune not to believe them. But if you're everything else for this WrestleMania was spot on for these people that reported this stuff. So this year, so take with however you feel about it. So for me, I feel if she was promised something, she got the rug pulled from underneath her. That sucks, but whatever.
It ain't the first time.
Whatever.
She need to be a professional and do her job.
It's how many times?
Like you said, Roman Reigns had the rug pulled out of him how many times? I don't like her anyway. She's sucky, and she's an anti-feminist, but thinks she a feminist. So you coming on this show, girl, you need to show me. She gave me absolutely her footage and her package. They didn't have no highlights. They just had to put her in the package looking like a limp dick.
Yeah.
All that footage they got, and they can't get splice up 20 seconds of you looking cool. Out of the many weeks you come out, it's just like a dead fish. Like, girl, no, I don't. They could have actually literally put Carmella in a program with Charlotte, and it would have gotten more heat, more something. At least she would have tried. Ronda wasn't even trying.
She would have tried. I agree with that, but nah. Like Carmella ain't never moved no house shows. But um, the thing for me is like given her past track record when she was in 2018, like what the fuck happened? She gave a fuck in 2018. She doesn't now. It's
Bro,
so weird.
I think
But
it's
might
the
be.
deal. It's the deal that everyone turned on her, like, and she never recovered, like, psychologically from that shit. And
Then why come back? Just for the check?
for
It
the
might
check,
also be like y'all men would never.
oh,
Let's see if we can get her back.
Once you understand, and women who never had kids,
Tanya, you
something
dropped out.
happens
Can
to
you restart?
you.
go ahead, run that one more. Go ahead, run
See,
that
like,
one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Something happens to you as a woman at birth. So it just might be that she need to go chill out. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. She did. I mean, she did return. Pretty fast. She did return pretty fast. I just will hope that if that's the case and she's not really up for this, that someone would pull her to the side and be like, if you're not up for this, come back later. Because right now, what you're
Right.
giving is not close to what you were giving us, 2 years or 3 years ago. So we're trying to either recapture what the kind of effort in front of fans that you had back then, or we need to have a discussion because like this doesn't seem like this healthy for you if this is how you playing this. So yeah, because by the time we got to Ronda being in the triple threat match with Charlotte, I was like, all right, this is bullshit. They shouldn't have done that. They should whoop the hot shit, take the layup as we talked about. And I was ready for her to go because we knew that was her endpoint was at WrestleMania. But now that she's back, it was like, all right, fresh start, restart, all this stuff, and then it's like, yo, this is worse than it was before she left. It was like, I thought you were supposed to leave to make the absence of the heart grow fonder. Like the crowd's cheering you, and you just like you acting like they booing you. Like I don't know, man. Maybe she knew she was losing. I don't know.
yeah, man. I feel oddly vindicated. I was definitely on that. Hey, I'm off this Ronda Rousey shit about midway through. I saw the signs early on it, like what was going on, as far as they were, keeping her away from everybody that was real. I didn't like the Nikki Bella feud with a lot of the stuff they had her saying, and
The slut shaming.
I wasn't down with that. I didn't like Sasha getting moved out the way for her several times. I didn't like it happening this year either. But I wasn't a fan, and I will continue to not be a fan, and just
I mean, just give you no reason to change your mind.
yeah, like it's not like she come out here and was on some undesirable to undeniable shit. No, like this was not her. This was it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So the main